Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So inshallah we're going to continue the Shamail. So we're on chapter number 27. So if you want to put the date down, and the title is How the Messenger of Allah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam Slept. Al-Bara ibn Azib relates that when he Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam would go to bed, he would place his right palm under his right cheek and then say, "O my Lord, protect me from your torment on the day you resurrect your slaves." The next is from Hudayfa, who said, when the Prophet ﷺ would retire to bed at night, he would place his hand under his cheek and then say, "In your name, O Allah, I die and live." And when he ﷺ would wake up, he would say, "All praise be to Allah, who has given us life after giving us death, and to him is our return." So these are some of the du'as you should know. Allahumma bismika amutu wa ahya. That's the dua before going to sleep. And Alhamdulillahi allazi ahyana ba'dama amatana wa ilayhin nushur. So these books, these du'as, you'll find them in normal dua books or in your gift for Muslims.
What dua is it?
So you should learn them. The next hadith is from Aisha radiallahu anha, who said, when the Messenger of Allah would retire to his bed every night, he would join his palms, blow in them, and then recite in them. He would say, "He is Allah, the unique. Say, I take refuge in the Lord of the dawn," and I say, "I take refuge in the Lord of mankind." So he's talking about Prophet ﷺ before when he goes to sleep, right? He would put his hand or palm together like that, and he would recite the last three quls: "Qul huwallahu ahad, Qul a'udhu bil falaq, and Qul a'udhu bin nas." And then he would wipe, and then he would blow on his hand, and he would wipe over his body, beginning by wiping his head, face, and front part of the body, and he would do that 3 times. Abdullah ibn Abbas relates that Messenger of Allah slept until he was breathing heavily. When he would sleep, he would breathe heavily. When Bilal radiallahu anhu came to him and notified him of the Fajr prayer, whereupon he got up and prayed without performing wudu. So Anas ibn Malik relates that when the Messenger of Allah would retire to bed, he would say, "All praise be to Allah, who has fed us, given us drink, taken care of us, and returned to us our shelter. And for how many there are who have neither anyone to take care of them nor anyone to provide shelter." So the first one is when this is talking about when the Prophet he was breathing very heavily, and then whilst he was sleeping he was breathing very heavily as well. And when Bilal came in the morning to wake him up for Fajr prayer, Prophet he got up. And for us, if we go to sleep, right, and when we wake up, we have to perform wudu and before praying salah. But for Prophet ﷺ, that is not the case. That is one of the special qualities of the Prophet, that because the Prophet ﷺ, for him the sleep doesn't break his wudu. And the next one, it talks about making again dua before going to sleep, and that same dua is for eating as well. Abu Qatada relates that when the Prophet ﷺ would stop over for a rest on a journey at night, he would lie on his right side, but when he would stop over to rest on a journey just before the dawn, he would position his forearm upright and place his head on his palm. So again, it's talking about going to sleep. So a couple of things about when you go to bed. When you're lying down in the bed, you should sleep on your right side of your bed with your right arm under your cheek, and you should try and bend your legs, your knees slightly while sleeping, and read the du'as before you go to sleep. Read the 3 quls as well if you can. It protects you as well. Blow in your hand and blow over your face. And it's good to go to sleep in a state of wudu as well, and read du'as and zikr and stuff like that, so that it helps you have a good dream and not have any nightmares or anything like that. And also, those who go to sleep in a state of wudu, is mentioned that angels will guard you. Shaitan will not be able to come and into your dream and scare you and put fear into you as well. Prophet ﷺ, it's mentioned that you should sleep, and also while sleeping you should face towards do not have your feet facing towards Qibla as well. That's something else is important to remember. So make sure that when you're lying in your bed or when you go to bed, right, make sure you look, or if you're going to go to sleep in a hotel or somebody's house or something like that, it's very bad. Other very bad manners to have your feet facing the Qibla. So if the headrest is that way, then you should turn it the other way. So may Allah give us the tawfiq to practice up in the Sunnah and imbibe into our lives, into our children's lives. Assalamu alaikum.